Hey folks, how we all doing out there today? Hope everything is going well for you. I'm having a pretty pleasant Sunday morning so far, but nice, humid, warm weather for us around these parts, so can't really complain. We're rolling into summer pretty nicely. So in the background, you can see a new area I've added to the Sliprock Peaks map, which is a small railroad. It's going to be used for couple of the tasks. There is also a rail loading area over by the lumber mill, which is also going to be used for a task or two. Good news is I've got virtually all the tasks written out at this point. Don't have them all added into the map, but I think I've more or less piled the story together, and I'm pretty much ready to start adding all that stuff in. I've really, at this point, I've got most of the little stuff added into all the town areas and the little buildings and so on. I am most of the way done the lighting, which is actually pretty time consuming because most building models don't have lighting built in. So you got to put each and every individual little light up. I've pretty much got, I think I have 5 or 6 recovery tasks. A couple of them have a trailer associated with it too, so kind of a 2-for-1. Probably going to do a couple more, a few varieties of trucks, and really it's getting to the point where I'm just kind of throwing in some more trailing and crawling spots in between the bigger roads. Got camera clip on that bridge right there. Unfortunately, some models do it and some don't, and there's not a lot of those bridge ends, so I think we're stuck with that one. Today we're actually using it's the GQ Beast, I believe it is. Just came out there not long ago. Definitely the same feel as the other vehicles this modder has created, but I'm liking it so far. This is really my first run in it. Got, I think, the 5-inch suspension, 39-inch tires, and I think it was 330 horsepower motor, so I'm trying to keep it somewhat calm. I'm sure you can make it pretty OP if you want to, but I'm pretty happy with this little rig so far. It's still a work in progress, so it's going to keep evolving. So I know, at least so far, the last update I did on a Sunday, I typically have on my other maps, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to wait until midweek, because I realistically think in the next couple days I can get the rest of what I need to do put together with the tasks, and perhaps put out more or less a full release, or at least so you can have at it with testing and let me know if there's any issues or anything with it. It's, again, I'm putting in a lot of little trails that are going to go in between for some of the fun. We're actually going to be going up one of these smaller trails I added. It's going to be more of just an adventuring trail. I'm sure you can use it for any of the cargo runs we got to do. It's looking at like about 22, 23 tasks, somewhere in around there. We'll see. I've been adding a few more little things in, trying to be a little more versatile with the cargo and the pickup areas. But more or less, I think around the 20 mark is usually pretty good for a single map. Other than that, or anything more than that, it kind of seems like you're running over the same trails over and over and over. So I was thinking about making a couple of the tasks, perhaps maybe the recurring kind, so you can do them more than once, like the logging runs or something like that. Let me know what you think of the recurring tasks. I know they don't change, but they let you complete them a few times, so if you want to do a few different runs. I think there's probably 7 or 8 builds in this map that are going to be the animated style that change when you complete them, so I think you're going to have a lot of fun out on this. I hope it's going to be kind of a good mix of this kind of running and then a bunch of cargo moving. I really thinking about trying to add in one of the big high saddle custom trailers to haul up to probably would be the mountaintop town that we're kind of heading up towards now, which would most likely involve having that bridge built, but you're probably going to want to get that done early. There's a few things that go in and out of that town, but yeah, we'll see. It would be kind of fun to haul it up. It would be a tough run for sure, and you wouldn't do it with a small truck, but it might be just kind of a fun way to use one of those trailers. And it'll definitely present the challenge I want going up the hill and from regular trail over to snow. I'll see. I'll do a test run or two and see if it's a feasible thing. So really, I'm looking at probably starting on the second map for the Outback Heavy Hauling map to make that into a region and give it the long distance runs it kind of deserves for the Outback big hauls. So I imagine that's what I'm going to get to fairly soon, but I'm guessing within this week we probably should see more or less a full release of this map. Really, like I said, at this point I'm putting in a bunch of small trails that are just going to kind of connect other trails together and give you a little bit more trail running. They're not going to be really suited for cargo, but by all means have at it if you want to. And then I'm really looking at adding in all the sounds and just little things like that that kind of bring the world to life a little bit more. In the swamps, hearing the frogs and whatnot, and maybe perhaps some wolves in different areas at nighttime if you get to different spots. So just all the little sounds and maybe some of the birds and those kind of things. So keep an eye out for it. Let me know any improvements I can make in what you're playing so far. And as always, I really appreciate you hanging around and watching. So I look forward to hearing all the good stuff you guys come out with. Thanks a lot and have a good one.